So Gian Clark, right? Here the inspiring, journey of a champion without limits, right? So here Gian Clark, Clark's story is one of the extraordinary, resilience, unmatched, determination and the power of, obviously, the human spirit. Born with a caudal regression, right? Obviously syndrome and rare disorder that left him without legs. Zion, has defined the odds to become a successful, wrestler, MMA fighter, and motivational speaker, from a painful, childhood in foster, care to obviously global stage, he continues to inspire millions, with his mantra of no excuses. Right, so here a difficult, early life marked by pain and uncertainty. Zion Clark, was given up for, adoption at birth. Here, born into a world of uncertainty, he entered, the American foster care system where he actually faced years of neglect, abuse, and relentless bullying. The emotional and psychological scars, from his early experiences, could have defined his future, but Zion refused, to let them. Obviously, here growing up without a stable family, and constantly being moved from one home to another, his childhood was marked by instability, fear, and obviously sense of abandonment, that would challenge even the strongest spirit, right? So your turning point, the gift of a stable home is here that everything began to change, when Gian was adopted by obviously compassionate and determined women who believed in his potential. His his adoptive mother, gave him what he had never known before: love, stability, and unwavering, support. This new environment, right, became the foundation upon which Gian, began to build not just his confidence but also a vision for his future. She encouraged, right, him to pursue sports, education, and all over the world, right? So you have to believe in himself. Zion credits her as a driving force that helped him unlock his true strength and purpose, right? So you're overcoming adversity, through sports. So here, despite the limitation imposed, by his condition, Zion found his, identity through his sports, specifically wrestling. While others, doubted him capabilities, right? Doubted his capabilities, he refused to see his, physical difference as a weakness. He trained harder than most, often using sheer willpower and relentless, effort to, bridge with physical gap